The pitching matchup here this evening, the Flyboys will go with lefty Kyle Body as they look to get their pitching staff on schedule for the postseason. Body is on pace to become the Flyboys' strikeout leader tonight as he gets his 7th start of the season. But McNaughton, and I think it's important to have some perspective. If your batting average drops to .336, it means you've had a pretty good season. 0-1. McNaughton hits a high fly ball toward deep right field. Olin Ward is not going to get there. That ball's off the wall. McNaughton heading towards second base. After an 0-for-3 performance yesterday, he's got a 2-out double here in the first. Here's the pitch. Jackson hits a pop-up on the infield, foul towards first base. Patrick Gillen has a play, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Greenville strands a couple 2-out base runners, and after a half, Greenville nothing, Bristol coming to bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Daboski hits a sharp line drive. Diving catch at second base by Jace Patton. He just took a leadoff single away from Prince Daboski. That ball was stung back up the middle, but Patton read it all the way. Left on left as Gillen steps in. Here's the pitch. Gillen hits a line drive toward left center. Hunter sprinting into the shallow gap, makes the catch, and that's the inning. A 1-2-3 first for Kyle Body, and the 0-1. Jordan hits a high chopper to the left side. Colin Dobson is up with it at shortstop, and his throw to first is in time to retire Jordan and end the inning. Flyboys strand a 1-out knock, and after an inning and a half, Greenville and Bristol scoreless on this Friday evening. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Blair swings through a tight slider from Body, and he's gone on strikes. First K for the Flyboys lefty comes on that breaking pitch. 1-2 on Olin Ward. Body winds and delivers. And Ward takes strike 3 on the outside corner. Kyle Body with 2 1-2-3 innings to begin his last start of the regular season. Pair of strikeouts this time around. It feels like those two teams are on a collision course to meet in Kingsport late next week. Here's the 0-1. Kim takes low and away. They throw behind McNaughton, and that ball is headed down the right field line. McNaughton takes the free 90 feet as Brooks Wright fails to backpick there. Kingsport's got Cam Durnan, who will likely be the league player of the year. Here's the 2-1. Kim hits a line drive through into left field for a base hit. The wave around is on for Ezra McNaughton. Here's the throw from Jackson Walker. It is cut off. And Cameron Kim is swinging it well against Bristol here this week. He has 3 RBI singles in the last 2 days. Flyboys take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. Here's the 2-2. Alexander strikes out swinging. A half-hearted flick of the wrists on a low outside fastball. The 3rd consecutive strikeout for Kyle Body. First and second, 2 gone in the 3rd. Greenville leading 1-0, and the batter is Colin Dobson. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Dobson swings and misses at the curveball, and that's the inning. State Liners get their first 2 base runners of the game, but Body strikes out Dobson to strand him at first and second. After 3, Greenville 1, Bristol nothing. On the fly. Inge had a single back in inning number 2. The Flyboys have hit safely in every inning so far. Ezra McNaughton's first multi-hit game since last Wednesday. 2-0, hit in the air, a ton to deep left field. This ball is back at the wall, and it is gone. Tyler Inge with his first homer of the Flyboys season. That's not something that he's shown very much. Not much slug for him this season, but that's a pretty good time for your first homer with the playoff push heating up. It's a solo shot for the man committed to Oregon State, and the Flyboys lead 2-0 in the top of the 4th. 384 feet to straightaway left for Tyler Inge. Generally with the changeup, if you leave it elevated, it's basically a batting practice pitch. I mentioned that Tyler Inge homered in batting practice yesterday. You knew he had the power in him, just hadn't shown it in a game, and you can scratch that. For Tyler Inge, that is the first homer of his college career, be it summer ball or in the NCAA ranks. Played in 28 games at Michigan last season. See if he can put some good wood on one here. 1-2. Owens delivers, and McNaughton strikes out swinging. Flyboys had him loaded with 1 out and couldn't score. On to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Flyboys on the green. Now the 1-2. Wright strikes out swinging. There's number 5 for Kyle Body. And the pitch. Ward strikes out swinging on 3 pitches. That's a good response by Kyle Body, going right at Olin Ward with 3 fastballs. Ward gone on strikes for the 2nd time. Here's Elijah Alexander. Men on the corners, 2 gone in the home half of the 4th. Body looking to strand a couple base runners for the 2nd straight inning. 1-2, Jackson sets up outside. And the pitch. Alexander strikes out swinging. Kyle Body with 7 strikeouts through 4 scoreless innings as he strands men on the corners. As we go to the 5th, Greenville 2, Bristol nothing. 2-2 on Kim. Here's the pitch. Kim hits a line drive toward right center field. This ball is headed for extra bases. Kim hustling towards second. This one ricochets off the wall before Olin Ward goes over to grab it. Cameron Kim is swinging it very well in this series. 2 multi-hit games and as many nights against Bristol. It's a leadoff double to start the 5th. Here's the 1-0. Jackson hits a line drive back through the box into center field. Cameron Kim gets the wave around, and he will score without a play. That's a way to shake off an 0-for-2 start. Dylan Jackson with a seeing eye single, and the Flyboys add another. It's 3-0 in the top of inning number 5. David Hamilton is the new right-hander on the mound for the Bristol Stateliners. Max Owens exits with men on first and second, and 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. The Flyboys leading 3-0, looking to add some more. And the batter is Micah Jordan. And the first pitch to Jordan. A fastball line sharply down the right field side. That ball is fair, headed toward the corner. Both runs are going to score. Micah Jordan stumbles between first and second. Here's the relay to the plate. It is late. Hunter is safe. And it's a 2-run double on the first pitch that Micah Jordan sees. 5-0 Flyboys in the 5th. 1-2. Walker hits a high chopper up the middle. This might be deja vu. Patton charges, and he's got no play. Jackson Walker has not hit a ball above 50 miles an hour tonight, and he's got 2 base hits. Here's the pitch. Daboski hits a ground ball to Patton. Chance for 2, 4, 6, and 3. A spinning throw from Tyler Inge to complete the double play. 5 scoreless innings for Kyle Body. He is really firing on all cylinders here this evening. To the 6th inning we go. Flyboys 5, Bristol nothing. On bottom of the 6th inning here in Johnson City. The Flyboys leading Bristol 5-0. Kyle Body rolled up a double play to get out of a slight jam in the 5th. And we'll see what he can do here in inning number 6. Facing 2-3-4 in the Bristol order for the 3rd time. Man at first, 1 gone for the cleanup man, Brooks Wright. 3-2 on Wright. Body comes back. Wright strikes out swinging. There's number 8 for Kyle Body. Went back to El Cambio. A really good changeup there. Wright almost went down to a knee, a la Adrian Beltre. Kyle Body is now up to 94 pitches. This is likely the end of the road for him. Looking for 6 scoreless innings to match the longest start by a Greenville pitcher this season. Here's the 2-2. Blair swings and misses at the breaking ball, and he's gone on strikes, smashing the bat against the ground. Kyle Body flustering these Bristol hitters here tonight. He gets a hug from Dylan Jackson and high fives from all his Flyboys teammates as he strides toward the 3rd base dugout. 9 strikeouts in 6 innings for the Flyboys southpaw here tonight. A phenomenal performance. One of the best we've seen from any Greenville pitcher this season. Take a bow, Kyle Body. Kyle Body, what a phenomenal performance by the 2nd-year Greenville southpaw. 6 scoreless innings, 9 strikeouts. That ties a Flyboys season high in both innings pitched and strikeouts. Body is the 2nd Flyboys lefty to go 6 scoreless this season. He learned a thing or two from Freddie Baravitas, who did it twice for Greenville. 2-0 on Patton. Here's the pitch. Patton hits a high fly ball to left center field. Walker and Daboski sprinting in. That ball is caught on a slide by Jackson Walker. Adams hustles home. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Jace Patton. But a nice catch made in the shallow gap by Jackson Walker. RBI number 18 for Patton. And the Flyboys now lead 7-0. A bases loaded walk and a sac fly in this inning for Greenville. Haven't seen a platinum sombrero in any Flyboys game for either team this season. Hamilton's ready. Here's the pitch. Francisco strikes out again. A platinum sombrero for Francisco. Ouch. And set up a meeting with Kingsport in the West semis. Garcia hits a high drive toward deep left field. You got to be kidding me. This guy was hitting 160 when this series began, and he's just homered for the second time in as many games. Garcia had no homers against anyone before this series began. 7-2 Greenville in the 7th. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Here's the pitch. Blair hits a high fly ball to straightaway center. Playable for Micah Jordan. He makes the catch. Here's the tag from Gillen at third. There is no throw. They try to get the trail runner at second, and they do. Score that 8-6-4. Brooks Wright fell asleep too far off second base, and the Flyboys threw behind him. The run scores on the sac fly. It's not often you hear about a sac fly double play. 7-4 Flyboys, 2 gone in the 8th. Bases loaded for Dubosky. Here's the 1-0. Dubosky hits a pop fly to shallow left. This should be routine for Grant Hunter. Tyler Inge goes out. He is called off by Hunter, and mercifully, the inning is over. Bristol gets the tying run aboard, but the Flyboys escape further trouble, though that's the kind of inning you cannot have against playoff caliber teams. Here's the 1-2. Wright strikes out swinging, and that's the game. Keenan Mork retires the side in order, and the Flyboys win this one by a final score of 7-4. Sweeping this 2-game set against the State Liners in late July. The Flyboys winning this game 7-4, improving to 23-17 on the season, 13-7 on the road. The Flyboys now are in position to clinch tomorrow. We'll be in Elizabethton for a 7-inning doubleheader against the River Riders. And if the Flyboys take one of those 2 games, they will lock up a date with Kingsport in the Appy League West semifinals.